Declassified. The Mindbreaker. A KGB colonel's secret diary on the spy who refused to scream. Introduction. The Architect of the Void. From the personal journals of Colonel Viktor, the Librarian. Petrov. Date. Winter. 1983. Location. The Lubyanka Building. Moscow. Basement. Level 2. You think you know what happens in this building. You have watched your Hollywood movies. You imagine a damp dungeon, a heavy man with brass knuckles, electricity, screaming. You are a child. Pain is amateur. Pain is a crude instrument. Any thug can break a bone. That is biology. My job is not biology. My job is ontology. I do not break bones. I dismantle realities. I am not a torturer. I am a librarian. I take a human being, I open them up, and I read every page until I find the sentence that betrays them. I have broken British diplomats who cried for their mothers after 2 days of standing still. I have broken German double agents who sold out their networks for a cigarette. I have broken hardened dissidents who thought their God would save them. God never comes to level 2, only I do. But I never broke him. The files call him Subject 109. I call him the Void. This is the story of the only man who ever beat me, not with a gun, not with a lie, but with a silence so loud it deafened the entire KGB. File number 01. The Anomaly. Day 1 of Captivity Technique. The Welcome. Disorientation. He arrived at 4. We picked him up at a dead drop near Gorky Park. No cyanide pill. No weapon. Just a micro camera and a pocket full of rubles. He is American. Mid-30 seconds. Average build. Bland face. The CIA breeds them this way. Men who look like everyone and no one. We stripped him. We processed him. We threw him into the kennel, a cell measuring 1 meter by 1 meter. You cannot sit. You cannot lie down. You can only stand. Most men start screaming within 3 hours. They bang on the door. They demand a lawyer. They demand the Geneva Convention. I watched him on the monitor. He stood perfectly still. He did not check the door handle. He did not pace. He simply closed his eyes and breathed. Rhythmic. Slow. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out. He wasn't waiting for rescue. He was waiting for me. It unnerved me. A man who is not afraid of the kennel is a man who has already accepted death, and you cannot threaten a corpse. File number 02. The Conveyor. Day 4 of Captivity Technique. The Conveyor. Sleep deprivation. We have moved him to interrogation room 4. The White Room. No shadows. 500-watt bulbs burning 24 hours a day. I sit across from him. I am perfectly groomed. I smell of expensive cologne and tobacco. He smells of sweat and fear, or he should. But he doesn't smell like fear. He smells like nothing. I start the conveyor. It is a simple game. I ask questions. Endless questions. Who is your handler? What is the encryption key? Did you poison the water? Why does your mother hate you? When I get tired, Lieutenant Volkov takes my place. When Volkov gets tired, Sergeant Yuri takes his place. We rotate. The prisoner does not sleep. If his head nods, we slap the table. 72 hours of awake time. This is when the psychosis usually starts. The brain begins to eat itself. I have seen men confess to killing Lincoln just to be allowed to sleep. Subject 109 sits there. His eyes are red-rimmed, bleeding. His skin is gray, but he looks at me with a focus that is terrifying. I ask, "Who sent you?" He looks at my tie. He looks at the clock. He looks at the dust motes in the light. He says nothing. It is not the silence of stubbornness. It is the silence of a stone. He is looking through me. For the first time in 20 years, I feel the urge to scream at a prisoner. I suppress it. Emotion is a weakness. He is trying to make me angry. I will not break. I will simply increase the pressure. File number 03. The mirror image. Day 9 of captivity technique. Psychological intimacy. Violence creates barriers. Intimacy destroys them. I change tactics. I bring him tea. I offer him a cigarette. Bella Morcanal. Strong. I dismiss the guards. It is just the two of us. I know you are tired, I say, my voice soft. I respect you. You are a soldier, like me. We are both professionals, trapped in a game played by old politicians. I don't want to hurt you. I just need a name. Give me a name, and I can get you a bed. I can get you a flight home. Just a name. This is the good father routine. It works 90% of the time. Humans crave connection. In isolation, the interrogator becomes the only reality. Subject 109 takes the cigarette. He smokes it. He drinks the tea. He looks me in the eyes. His lips part. I lean in. My heart rate spikes. Here it is. The crack in the dam. He exhales a cloud of smoke into my face. And then he smiles. Not a mocking smile. A sad smile. As if he pities me. I realize then, he is not the prisoner in this room. I am. He knows that I have a quota. He knows that my superiors are breathing down my neck. He knows that every day he stays silent, I look more incompetent. He is weaponizing his own suffering to destroy my career. He is enduring hell just to spite me. I stormed out of the room. I went to the washroom and scrubbed my face with cold water. My hands were shaking. Who trained you? I whispered to the mirror. What kind of monster creates a man with no tongue? File number 04. The Chemical War. Day 14 of Captivity Technique. Pharmacological Disinhibition. SP-117. I authorize the use of SP-117. The West calls it truth serum. That is a myth. There is no drug that forces truth. But there are drugs that dissolve the barrier between thought and speech. SP-117 makes you feel like you are drunk, floating, and dying all at once. It separates the will from the vocal cords. The doctor injects him. Subject 109 convulses. His eyes roll back. He begins to mumble. I lean in with the tape recorder. Who are you? Blue, he whispers. Blue what? Blue file? Blue team? Blue sky. He starts reciting nursery rhymes. Then baseball statistics. Then the ingredients of an apple pie. His mind is broken, fragmented by the drug. But even in his delirium, his subconscious is guarding the secret. He has been conditioned against interrogation. Someone spent years drilling into this man's psyche, building firewalls. Even when the house is burning down, the safe remains locked. I slammed my fist on the table. Speak, I screamed. Tell me something real. He looked up, drool running down his chin, his eyes swimming in a drug haze. The silence, he whispered. It's loud, isn't it? I ordered the guards to take him back to the cell. That night, I drank half a bottle of vodka. I couldn't sleep. The silence of my own apartment felt like an accusation. File number 05, The Hollow Man. Day 21 of Captivity Technique, the mock execution. This is the last resort. We dragged him to the basement garage, the shooting gallery. We put a hood over his head. We made him kneel on the drain. I cocked my Makarov pistol. I pressed the cold steel against the base of his skull. This is it, I told him. No more games. You speak, or I pull the trigger. You will die here, and no one will ever know. Your wife will think you ran away with a mistress. Your country will forget you. Count to 3. 1. His breathing didn't change. 2. I felt his muscles. They were relaxed. 3. I pulled the trigger. Click. Empty chamber. I ripped the hood off. I wanted to see the terror. I wanted to see the relief. I wanted to see him weep. He blinked in the harsh light. He looked at the gun. Then, he looked at me. He didn't look relieved. He looked disappointed. And that's when I understood. He wasn't trying to survive. He wanted to die. Death was his extraction plan. By keeping him alive, by playing these games, I was torturing him. Yes, but I was also denying him his victory. But his silence, it wasn't about protecting intel. It was about wasting my time. File number 06, The Revelation. Day 25, The End. The order came from General Golubev. Release him. I stared at the general. Release him? Comrade General, he is a spy. I almost have him. Give me 1 more week. He is useless, Victor, the general said, tossing a file on my desk. We intercepted a transmission from Langley this morning. End quote. I opened the file. It was a CIA cable. Subject 109 wasn't an operative. He wasn't an analyst. He was a decoy. While I spent 25 days obsessed with this mute ghost, focusing all my department's resources on breaking him, the real CIA team had been operating unchecked in Leningrad, stealing the blueprints for the Typhoon-class submarine. Subject 109's mission was simply to get caught. His mission was to sit in a chair, stare at me, and let me drive myself mad trying to open an empty box. He didn't have the codes. He didn't know the names. He knew nothing. His weapon was his nothingness. I went back to the cell one last time. He was standing there. The same rhythmic breathing. I unlocked the door. Get out, I said. You're being traded. He walked past me. He stopped at the threshold. For the first time in 25 days, he spoke to me. His voice was like gravel, unused and dry. You are a good interrogator, Colonel, he rasped. But you forgot the first rule of fishing. I stared at him. What? Don't chase the bait. Conclusion, the ghost in the machine. He left. I stayed. I am still the librarian of Lubyanka. I still opened people and read them. But I am different now. When I walk down the corridors, I hear the silence. It echoes. I realized that he broke me more than I broke him. He planted a seed of doubt in my mind, a doubt that everything I do, every secret I extract, might just be another distraction. I sit in my office at night, looking at the empty chair where he sat. The world thinks the KGB is omnipotent. They think we can peer into the human soul. But I know the truth. The human soul is a deep, dark well. And sometimes, when you scream into it, nothing screams back. And that nothingness is the most terrifying sound in the world.